Hey guys, Britta here, and I'm here to tell you about NaNoWriMo. This is my first year actually doing NaNoWriMo, so I'm a little hazy on what happens after you start. But if you do not know, NaNoWriMo is National Writing Month, which is in November. I'm talking with my hands a lot. But I'm really excited about this year because I am doing it this year, and I plan on writing 50,000 words in 1 month for a person who hates writing. This should be interesting. Now, I am writing a book, and I just recently put out my synopsis for my book, and I was really nervous about this because I was like, everyone's gonna hate it. So the first thing I did is I showed it to 3 people, and I was like, well, tell me what you think. And they loved it, but I was like, okay, well, they're like my friends, of course they love it. So I put it out to 3 people that I'm not really close with, where we talk but we're not close, and they loved it. And then I was like, let's put this on Instagram, on my Instagram stories, because I think I have like 300 something followers. And I put it on there, and I was like, no one's responded to it, because it took like 20 minutes, and no one responded. And I was really worried. I was like, oh my god, it was so bad, no one even wanted to tell me. And then, it was about the time, like, everyone from Australia, I follow a lot of Australian book accounts, and all of a sudden I left my phone somewhere, and then all of a sudden I came back and I have 40 messages, and I was like, they're telling me how much they hated it, and they loved it. So I'm really worried because I feel like everyone's lying to me about if they actually liked the synopsis. Simply, I feel like that because I don't like writing. Well, I like writing whenever it's not school, but I always have to write for school, so I don't write that much. And this idea has been floating in my head for, I want to say, about 1.5 years. I've been slowly, putting together this story in my head and never writing it out. And finally, I was like, okay, you know what? I watched Jennifer L. Kelly's video on her NaNoWriMo experience and her videos. And I was like, okay, well, this seems interesting. So I kept looking around, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I signed up. I will link down below if you want to buddy me. You don't have to. But it would be really cool if you are participating. I would love to see what you guys are doing as well. But so I'm doing this 100%. It's happening. So I'm going to share my synopsis on YouTube. I don't know why I didn't do that first. Who knows? But I'm going to share it with you guys, and then I will tell you more about the book if I can think about it. I'm not going to say too much. I've pretty much just written the synopsis, and I have like little tidbits of information that I can tell you guys. So let me open up NaNoWriMo. I bet my face is like so bright. Okay, so the title is Blood&Snow, and it is a fantasy book. But what a lot of people are not getting is this is not going to be a young adult fantasy. Sorry, guys. The reason it's not going to be a young adult fantasy is because I want there to be more violence. If that sounds really bad. But I read like George R.R. Martin and Patrick Rothfuss and Terry Brooks and Lord of the Rings. I want epic fantasy proportions. And not that I don't think young adult can be epic fantasy, but I really want blood and gore. And that sounds really bad. Sorry. But it is called Blood&Snow for a reason. So let me just go straight to the synopsis. I know what the synopsis is, but I am going to be reading it straight from here, simply because if I don't, I will add words and I will give away things, simply because that is how I am. But by all means, let's get into this. Okay, the synopsis for Blood and Snow. The days are freezing and the nights are unbearable. Alveria is long without magic, and the land is dying. In Alveria, potential mages have been put to death for thousands of years. No one utters the word magi, in fear of being killed just for speaking it. Can 3 different but similar people breathe life back into a dying land? I just want to speak words. Sorry. Okay. Anastasia was born a princess, but with a dark secret that she herself cannot remember. Does she have what it takes to discover the truth about her past? Nikolai was born an outcast, but has risen in power to be part of Anastasia's guard. How did he go from dying to the guard that protects the princess? Vlad has been cursed. He knows who's trying to overthrow Anastasia's father. He knows what will destroy the kingdom of Alveria, but will his own secret be overlooked in exchange for what he knows? I'm sorry if I'm like smirking the whole time I'm reading it. It's like, I already know the answers to these questions. Now, I did get a response on Twitter that I do want to talk about, is that it seems like I'm using a lot of stuff that has come from other books. Well, that is true, simply because so many fantasy books have been written. Of course, there's going to be overlapping, but I am not going to be using the normal, the world is dying, there is a chosen one. There isn't a chosen one. I love the concept of chosen ones, but I don't want there to be like this prophecy and a chosen one. Watch me say that, and then I'll probably throw a prophecy in there. Watch. Now, this book is in its early stages. I mean, eventually maybe I would like to publish it, or at least self-publish, simply because I read a lot of self-published books, and I like them. I actually like more self-published books than I actually do published books, or like major published books. So I haven't decided if I'm going to be putting this up on Wattpad or what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, this is going to be my rough draft. It's probably going to be over 50,000 words, simply because I want like a thick book. And when I say that pop figure always falls, I mean like this thick. I want thousands of pages. And I don't think there's young adult books that are thousands of pages. Is there? I have no idea. Man, I really want to read Game of Thrones right now. But I have a feeling that it's going to be more than that. It will be a series if I do write it, or I'm probably going to be doing this next year and writing the second book, because it will take me that long to 100% love the first book, I believe. I don't know what else to say. I'm really nervous about posting this, because what if people were just being nice to me on Instagram and you guys hear it and you're like, I hate this. What else can I tell you? There will probably not be a love triangle, because if you have seen my selection review, you know that I absolutely hate love triangles. There is an instant that seems like it's a love triangle, I will tell you this, but it is not a love triangle, simply because of how it plays out. Romance is not going to be a big theme, though. The big theme is the fantasy and the adventure of it. I'm trying to think about how I have things played out, because I have 2 directions I can take it right now, and I want to write both and see if I can combine them together. This is probably way more than you guys even care about. I'm sorry. Once I start talking about this book, I swear I cannot stop. I currently have 2 people that I'm bouncing ideas off of. I have another one that has straight up told me she wants to read this book right now. Woohoo! But I'm really nervous because I don't want to bounce ideas off of people and then they say they don't like something. I don't know. I'm really nervous. So I don't want you to think I'm bashing young adult fantasy either. When I say epic fantasy in my mind, what I think is elves, dwarves, kingdoms, or not kingdoms, but lands. Like, think Tolkien. And think Game of Thrones. And I consider Aragon by Poloni, I consider that epic fantasy. And then Terry Brooks is definitely epic fantasy for me. I'm very picky on what I consider epic fantasy, considered fantasy, simply because I grew up on Tolkien. I have read, I'm going to be doing an updated Tolkien thing, but I grew up on Tolkien as epic fantasy, and while a lot of fantasy books for YA, I consider them extremely good, I just don't consider them epic fantasy to my proportion. They might be mid-fantasy, if that makes sense. Mid-fantasy. I sound like a psycho, don't I? I have, like, this weird system for how I do my books. So, like, how I judge what books are. My brain is, like, way up here on OCD weirdness. So, okay, so if you've listened to me ramble this long, I am so sorry. I will stop. But definitely let me know what you guys think of the synopsis. I will put the link for my synopsis if you want to read it instead of listen to me speak it. I don't know. I'll just link it. And then I will link my NaNoWriMo link, and please, 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 please let me know what you think about it, because I really think people are lying to me, and I need, like, a bigger group to tell me if they like it or don't like it. Be honest. I understand that it does sound like a lot of tropes that we have seen, but please, please, please be honest. Let me know your feedback. Even if you've already told me your feedback, still put it in the comments so I can be reassured, because I have issues. Oh, I just realized you guys can see my other bookshelf. You can't see the other one, but you can see my... Look, I didn't know that. I totally forgot that was there. Shows you how much I pay attention right now. Okay, so definitely let me know if you are interested. If you do want me to post it on Wattpad, please let me know, because like I said, I'm still on the fence about it, because I don't know if people would actually read it. Please let me know. Also, if you know anyone who would be willing to read it before I post it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have my friend Cassandra do it, who's Castfire on YouTube. And then probably my friend Timberly. I'll probably let her read it. But I want someone who isn't a friend who will read it for me. Well, I want them to be a friend, because I don't want... My cat is banging on doors. I'm sorry. Hey, quit. Quit. She's so needy. I want a friend, because I don't want to risk the thing of someone stealing my story. But I need someone who's good in language arts and editing, because I'm not. But, bless you. But please leave me comments and tell me your opinions on the synopsis. Please don't give me opinion. Don't tell me I'm stupid for not thinking young adult can be epic fantasy. I understand if you think it's epic fantasy. or high fantasy, those have different classifications in my mind as well, so but Minnie, quit. Hey, quit. I feel like I shouldn't edit that out just so you guys understand. Hey, quit. But please, please, please leave me comments and tell me what you guys think. Leave a like if you guys liked it as well. That if you don't want to leave a comment, just leave a like. That way I know you guys liked it. Please do not leave dislikes if you didn't like it. Leave me comments so I know why you didn't like it. I really want feedback on the synopsis. Alright, I think I covered everything. Just to let you know, guys know, if you want exclusive stuff on what my book, always check out my Instagram and my Twitter. I will most likely post it there before I make a video about it. I am doing NaNoWriMo vlogs. It's happening. Someone voted no on my Twitter, and I said, whatever, I don't care. So I'm doing those anyway, and I will make a NaNoWriMo playlist just for you guys if you just want to see what's going on with NaNoWriMo, or if you don't want to see it, you don't have to watch them. It's totally fine with me. Alright, guys, I believe that is all. I will talk to you guys later, and definitely I will be giving you guys feedback to your feedback. Alright, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.